you think that William will act decisively against his brother and the narcissistic Duchess of... Who doesn't want to be a Duchess, but she does if it sells books and television programmes. That's what I have a problem with. Do you think that William will forever banish him, or do you think there will be reconciliation? There was talk about reconciliation some months ago, wasn't there?
So here we go again. Harry versus William. Honestly, who's even keeping count anymore? It feels like this royal rivalry is on its 100th season. But let me tell you, this round isn't just about royal gossip. Oh no, it's deeper. It's about money, image, and who's silently winning the game while the other one is, well, sulking under the California sun. William has just played the most silent yet savage power move, and let me spill. It has Harry absolutely fuming. Remember the drama when Harry took millions from taxpayers to renovate Frogmore Cottage and then basically abandoned it? Well, William just turned the whole story upside down. Instead of repeating history, he's done the total opposite. And honestly, the contrast could not be sharper.
Do you know what? The 5 years that I've been doing this job, so anything can happen with the royal family. Okay, you can barely predict what's going to happen. I think it would be, you're going to disagree with me, but I think it would be over the top because you never know. You might need Harry in 10 years' time.
For what?
William, the future king himself, is pulling millions straight from his own pockets, yes, his own money, to renovate Forest Lodge, his family's forever home. Not a single cent from taxpayers. Like, can we take a moment? If that's not a pointed jab at Harry's past decisions, I don't know what is. Let's rewind a bit. Years ago, Harry and Meghan packed their bags for Frogmore Cottage, a place that most people would consider a literal dream home. Quaint, historic, picture perfect. But for Meghan, oh, reportedly it was less royal perk and more royal downgrade. Not enough glitz, not enough glam. And boom, they launched a massive $3 million renovation, all on the taxpayers' dime.
We win.
When William does become king, so much has been written and so much has been said about the anger that he has felt and has kept inside. We know how important family is to him. With Kate, after everything she's gone through, and the boys, and the sweet girl as well.
The place was dripping in new finishes, stylish upgrades, the whole package. But what did Harry and Meghan do after all that? They walked away, just like that. Frogmore wasn't grand enough, wasn't buzzing enough, and apparently the decor just didn't scream Montecito luxury. And yes, they eventually paid back the public money, but let's be honest, was that out of moral duty? Absolutely not. It was because they were ditching the UK and had no choice. Now let's flip the mirror. William, heir to the throne, future king of England. He's got a massive estate to fix up, a $20 million forest lodge with more creaks and groans than a haunted castle. We're talking an 8-bedroom grade 2 listed property with a roof that's practically crying for help, drafty windows, and a heating system older than some of the royal traditions themselves. And yet, William, he's paying every penny himself.
Well, you might need Harry. You talked about him splitting up with Meghan. You know, William's wife hasn't been very well. Things could change, and you might need Harry by his side to suddenly take away his titles. I think would be a mistake because you might need him in the family at some stage.
And here's the kicker: he's doing it quietly. No fuss, no tantrums, and definitely no Netflix contract needed to foot the bill. This isn't just money management, it's about optics. William's move screams royalty isn't about entitlement, it's about duty, modesty, and respect. He and Catherine are setting up their new life at Forest Lodge, and here's the shocker: they'll have no live-in staff. Yes, you heard right, no butlers at midnight, no maids on standby. They're paying market rent like regular people, and they're raising their kids with as much normalcy as possible. Meanwhile, across the pond, Harry's reportedly spending a jaw-dropping $2 million a year just on security. Oh, and let's not forget the koi pond upkeep, because priorities, right?
I think that William is probably closer to how the Queen saw the monarchy than even his father is. I think there will be a lot more traditionalism, and I think he'll go back. I don't know, maybe you're right.
Now here's the part that must sting Harry the most. William didn't even have to do this. The renovations could have easily been paid by the Crown estate, taxpayer-funded, business as usual. But William made a conscious choice. He chose a path that spotlighted every criticism ever aimed at Harry. With every high road William takes, Harry looks smaller, more reactive, and painfully out of touch. Insiders are already calling it a PR masterstroke. It paints William as the humble future king, while Harry, well, he just looks bitter, desperate, and drowning in resentment.
But I just, as a royalist, Matt, it sticks in my craw that this couple don't want to be part of something. That's fine, that never worried me. Good luck to you. But then to only use, and you bring that example up here today, Bloomberg, to then only ever get column inches or press coverage by going back to bashing the very thing that sustains their lives.
William isn't just fixing up a house, he's restoring the monarchy's image brick by brick. Every nail hammered into Forest Lodge is basically a warning shot aimed straight at Montecito. Harry has no winning play here. Whether he writes another tell-all, files another lawsuit, or complains in another interview, the contrast between them grows sharper every single day. William, the heir, is stepping confidently into his destiny, while Harry, the so-called spare, looks stuck in this endless cycle of resentment, failed Spotify deals, and courtroom drama. William's bold move to fund Forest Lodge entirely from his own money isn't just savvy PR, it's a glimpse into the kind of leader he's becoming.
To me, it's just hypocritical and unfair. Do you know what I mean? I think a majority of Brits don't. I think they both struggle to come back. I mean, he would be all right, but I don't think she can never come back to this country, do you?
No, every polling suggests that they're the two of the most unpopular royals. They're down the bottom with Prince Andrew.
And while most royals cling tightly to their perks like life preservers, William is rewriting the playbook. This isn't some flashy stunt to flaunt wealth, it's a statement. It's the move of a man who knows what the weight of the crown really feels like, even before it touches his head. He's playing the long game, and every move screams strategy. At a time when public trust in the monarchy is practically hanging by a thread, William is working to rebuild that connection brick by brick. Forest Lodge isn't some glimmering palace waiting to be unveiled. It's a historic but weary estate tucked inside Windsor Great Park. Yes, it carries heritage, but it's also falling apart. And William isn't shying away from the massive challenge. The roof, the windows, the heating, every corner demands attention, and he's rolling up his sleeves, pouring his own money into restoring the place rather than letting taxpayers carry the burden.
He was kicked out, well, not kicked out, but he was banished from Balmoral a little bit earlier this summer than he normally is. So the family normally go to church together. It's always a big display of family unity at Crathie Kirk on the Sunday that's just gone.
And remember, this place hasn't had any serious upgrades since 2001. We're talking 2 decades of wear and tear. It needs everything, top to bottom, and William isn't cutting corners. Catherine has even been spotted personally choosing furniture and making tasteful updates. Nothing gaudy, nothing screaming royal excess, just understated elegance, the kind that fits their reputation perfectly. And get this, they're even paying full market rent, thousands every single month. Royals paying rent. They could have leaned on royal tradition, demanded special treatment, or quietly arranged a massive discount. But they didn't. They're making a point. Every single choice is deliberate, sending a message louder than words.
Oddly, he was given a lift by William in the car, which was, there was pictures of it, and it caused a bit of a scene. Whereas the rest of the family, William, Catherine, the 3 children, King and Queen, all went to church and put on a full.
You might make a point. Also, this is not putting you on the point, it's just me.
And here's where it gets even more interesting. William and Catherine want George, Charlotte, and Louis to grow up with a true sense of value. No special handouts, no, you're royal, so you're above it all. They're teaching their kids that nothing comes free. And compared to the behavior of some other royals we all know, it feels like a breath of fresh air. Look at Adelaide Cottage, their current home since 2022, just 4 bedrooms. For a family of 5, tight. But did they ever complain publicly? Not once. No Netflix digs, no book chapters whining about being overlooked, no emotional press leaks, they just lived their lives. And that quiet dignity, that's exactly why they've captured the respect of the British public. Now line that up against how Harry and Meghan handled Frogmore Cottage. From the very beginning, the complaints poured out. Too small, wrong location, not glamorous enough. Meghan reportedly didn't even like the name cottage because it didn't sound royal enough. She wanted a palace fantasy, not something that hinted at modesty. And so, taxpayers shelled out $3 million for renovations, and then, just like that, they walked away.
They just keep Meghan close, indulge her career and everything they need. They can get the big fish, which is Harry maybe doing a Diana documentary or doing more documentaries, maybe when his brother becomes king.
They packed their bags, left the country, and never looked back. Sure, they repaid the money, but only after leaving and only because they had no choice. That wasn't about responsibility, it was damage control. The optics were awful, and the PR disaster was unavoidable. Meanwhile, William is showing the exact opposite example. Forest Lodge isn't just a new family home, it's a symbol, a statement, a masterclass in how to blend tradition with modern expectations. While Harry racks up lawsuits, endless private jet trips, and financial questions, William is carefully building an image of responsibility and grounded leadership. And trust me, the contrast is impossible to ignore. William's message? Crystal clear, we'll handle it ourselves, we'll earn our keep, we'll do it the right way. For a man preparing to wear the crown, that's the kind of statement the public wants to hear. In an era where the monarchy is under more scrutiny scrutiny than ever before, William is proving that leadership doesn't need drama. It doesn't need flashy headlines. It just needs to be steady, right, and real. Yes, Forest Lodge spans across 50 acres of prime land, tracing its history back to the 1770s. It's got 8 bedrooms, a ballroom, tennis courts, sweeping views, the works. But instead of flaunting it like some jewel in the crown, William and Catherine are treating it like a home, a lived-in, family-centered home. And one of the most striking choices, no live-in staff, not because they can't, but because they don't want to. Catherine reportedly insists on raising her kids in a home where family dinners happen without a butler waiting in the corner, where the kids make their beds, set the table, and learn basic responsibility. That's not just refreshing, it's revolutionary for royals. While Harry and Meghan are tucked away in their Montecito mansion with koi ponds, towering hedges, and renovations designed for pure spectacle, William and Catherine are quietly raising their family in a home that screams normalcy. It's the difference between marble countertops for the cameras versus authentic family life for the future. And here's the thing, every new lawsuit Harry files, every bitter interview, every financial hiccup, it all piles onto the chaos. And the more chaotic Harry looks, the more William shines as the stable, grounded alternative. And this is where the contrast between the brothers becomes almost painful to watch. William is laser focused on the bigger picture, ensuring the monarchy survives in a world where people are questioning its very relevance. Meanwhile, Harry is, well, tangled in lawsuits, battling tabloids, suing the British government, even fighting the Home Office about his security arrangements, millions already drained into legal fees. Does that scream stability? No, it screams chaos. Every time Harry makes headlines, it's not about growth or responsibility, it's about drama. And every single controversy exposes just how shaky the life he's chosen really is. The Montecito mansion might look perfect on the outside, but behind those gates, it's a swirl of financial strain, failed podcasts, crumbling deals, and this constant scramble to stay relevant. And while all of that unfolds, William just keeps moving forward. His eyes are fixed on the future, not on petty fights. He isn't chasing the spotlight. He's shaping the role of king in real time, proving that the monarchy can evolve, can be grounded, and can win back public trust. It's telling, isn't it? When rumors swirled about King Charles possibly pushing for a peace deal with Harry, William wanted no part of it. No staged hugs for the cameras, no awkward reconciliations. William is drawing a hard, uncompromising line, and honestly, people respect it, because you can't keep offering olive branches to someone who insists on torching the entire tree. And then there's Catherine. Oh, Catherine. She's become the quiet backbone of this whole story. While quietly dealing with her own health struggles, she never once turned herself into the headline. She didn't complain, didn't whine, didn't seek sympathy. Instead, she carried on with her duties, kept her focus on her family, and showed exactly what grace under pressure looks like. Think about it, years in a modest 4-bedroom home, raising 3 children under relentless media scrutiny, and not a single passive-aggressive jab thrown through friends in the press. No sly digs, no whimpering interviews, just dignity, just resilience. So when the Wales family finally settles into Forest Lodge, it won't just be a change of address. It will be a symbol, a bold, powerful message about independence and responsibility. They're not hiding behind royal privilege, not demanding sprawling palaces or endless entourages. They're showing the world what modern monarchy can look like, a family quietly building something real without apology. And while the British press celebrates William's humility and his decision to shoulder the costs himself, you can almost picture Harry somewhere in California drafting yet another speech, yet another interview, yet another grievance. But at this point, none of it matters. The contrast is too stark. The story writes itself. One brother is rising with calm purpose, his every move painting him as a grounded leader. The other is spiraling, shouting into the void with fewer people listening each time. And the crown? Oh, the crown knows exactly where it's going. Exactly where